yeah, we just a minute and we will be starting the session for today. All right. Hello, everyone. A very good evening to each one of you. I welcome you all for today's, last masterclass of data analytics and front-end web development session. Thank you so much for coming for the last masterclass. I hope all of you made use of earlier previous masterclasses. So let us start today's masterclass. But before we start, I would like to make a few announcements, and then my teammate Uzma will introduce our speaker for the today from IBM, Jyoti ma'am, and then we will start today's session on design thinking. I hope I am audible to each one of you. Am I audible to each one of you?
Yes, you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. So yeah, before we start class, a few rules to be set. Kindly you refrain from using chat box for any of your personal reasons. Please ensure that you are using the chat box only and only for addressing your doubts related to today's session or program related sessions in the end, if you have any program related doubts or in the starting. And so please refrain from it. Otherwise, we have to remove you from the session. The second thing is, please also unmute yourself. We are giving you unmuting rights. Unmute yourself only when you want to ask any question. Otherwise, please stay muted. Otherwise, we have to take the muting and unmuting rights. And a few announcements, as I've seen, a lot of you have, said that we have, issues, and how are we going to submit a few things. So let me just explain that we are wrapping up. Please do share with your teammates. Okay, what about others? Is my voice audible to each one of you? Is it clear to all of you? Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, I think then there is some issue for some people. Okay, so yes, so the first is that we are wrapping up the internship program on 28th of July. So 28th of July, we are wrapping up. That is the last date for all of you to submit your projects, to submit your codes, to submit, the screenshots, the deliverables. So please ensure that all of you are finishing it by 28th of July. Please share this date with your team members as well. And simultaneously, we are also streaming on YouTube. So if any one of you cannot join on Zoom call, you can join in on YouTube. And then we have next week, we have only the mentor meetings left for both the internships, data analytics and web development. And apart from that, there are few prerequisites for giving you the placements and the internship opportunities. First is, please ensure that you are finishing your learning plan by 28th of July. Please do not delay it. Then the second one is please ensure that you are submitting, we will be taking your profiles, your resumes for Jivitam, which is for placement opportunities and internships, only and only if you're finishing at least 80% of your learning plan. So please do that, kindly finish it. And then while taking your requirements, we will be taking three things. What kind of placement you are interested in, where are you from, and where are you looking out for a job, and which job roles you are interested in. We are going to take that, it will be kind of survey, and then we are going to align your profiles along with that, based on that. Then we have a lot of you are asking, ma'am, when are we going to have pitch night? Just a minute. A lot of you are asking about the pitch night. So 10th of August is the final date when you will be given the chance. On 28th of July, once you will submit everything, we will shortlist. Then all of those who will submit, all of them will get certificate of internship, but we will shortlist 8 teams. We are not going to tell you approach every team. Only the shortlisted teams will be reached out, and you will be given the chance to present your presentation on 10th of August. There will be judges who will, evaluate your whatever efforts or your hard work and your presentation and your model. And then finally, so we will have, you will get maximum 16 minutes in total, 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes in total to present your PPTs. Next, we will also share some, a few information later on. So I just request Uzma, my teammate, to take over and introduce today's speaker for the session. So yeah, Uzma, over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anjali. Is my voice audible?
Yes, it is audible to us. A little louder, Vishal. Otherwise, it's audible.
Okay. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I welcome you all in our last masterclass, as Anjali has just discussed with you all. I hope you all have noted all the important points. We will be sharing you in the message as well. Now we start with the masterclass of today. We have Miss Jyoti Thakur as our speaker of today's masterclass. Let me introduce her. Miss Jyoti Thakur is an associate design director currently working with the IBM with over 15 plus years of experience in user experience and research. She comes with knowledge from varied domains like petrochemical industry, banking, e-commerce, cement industry, airlines, etc. She has played many roles like leading design driven projects, workshops, usability lab, and mentoring young designers for the right career growth. Her role is to define the overall product direction and user experience for the entire project. She's been playing an active role in defining design, language, and systems. Also played the role of individual contributor to projects from beginning to end, from concept to launch. Once again, a warm welcome is extended to our today's speaker. May her journey in the masterclass be one of the exploration, development, and continued success. Over to you, ma'am.
Hi. Can we hold for 2 minutes? I'm having some issue with my end. Just 2 minutes.
Yes, sure. Yeah. Meanwhile, can we share one important information with the student? Is that okay with you, ma'am? Okay. Okay, Uzma, I'll just give them a screen share of how the web page will work. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay. So a lot of you are asking, how are we going to submit, our codes? How are we going to where are we going to submit? So let me just give you a just quick, you know, give me a minute and I'll just share it with you. What are we going to exactly do? Yeah. So you are required to submit three things, and I am just going to share with you how and where. And then, yeah, just a minute. Yes. So this is. Am I audible to each one of you? I hope there's no noise.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
okay, thank you. Okay, so this is how all of you are going to, submit your deliverables. So here you have to first select which internship you participated in which you have to put either front-end web development or your data analytics internship. And after that, you have to give your email ID. Once you give your email ID, okay, then after giving your email ID, you have to click on search. After clicking on search, it will give you your folder name, and also, okay, my voice is getting fluctuated, and also the place where you have to go. So this is the website link that we are going to share. Here you have to dump. So just a minute. Yes. So let's select, like for example, you have participated in front-end web development. Okay. So just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. So here you have to submit to this drive folder before 28th of July. Okay. So whatever you are doing, so you need to submit that. Just a minute. Let me ask Jyoti ma'am if she is ready to take it up. Otherwise, we'll continue with this. Ma'am, would you like to take over or?
You can continue, no worries.
Okay, just a minute. Okay.
Ma'am, you're not audible.
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Anjali, are you saying
Audible,
something?
ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. I was just figuring out actually. Yeah. Just a
Okay.
minute. So, for example, you can just give us, I am just giving you as a sample. Okay. So, once you will submit your email ID, it will show you what all you need to upload. You need to upload the screenshots of the project's output. You need to upload the final PPT demonstrating the project idea or your codes or programs or syntaxes, and also finally your codes and your programs. Okay. So, this is what you need to submit. Finally, it will show you your Google Drive link, right? Can you all see? So this is a student who took part in data analytics internship, and this student has his folder name, has his team name with Next Level Analytics AC Patil of Engineering. It will show you a folder link. Once you click on this, it will take you to the Google Drive where you need to dump your PPT and your codes. So can you all see here? This is the code where you need to dump your codes. This is the final PPT that you need to dump. This is the screenshot of your project that you need to dump. I hope it is clear to all of you, and then we will directly go to the class for today. Yeah. Is there anyone who wants me to show it once again? Yes, we will share the link in some time. I don't want any of you, to actually for now focus on this. So it's very easy. And I am just going to give you one more example. For example, you have selected front-end web development. Okay. Now in front-end web development, suppose there is a person in our internship whose name is, Raja R.A. Puhalika. Okay. And you are typing this. Once you are typing this, you just need to search.
All are done by the team leader.
Yes, yes, it will be done by the team. Anyone can do from the team. You can select among yourselves. Even the presentation can be presented by anybody. It is up to you who you want to select and who you want to, present. If you all want to do, then you have to divide among yourselves 2 minutes time and practice well. before you present. Otherwise, let one person present it. You can select anyone. Okay. So it will show you what all you need to upload. So you don't need to personally ask us what all we need to upload. You just need to type your email and it will show you what all you need to upload. Three things: screenshots of your project, final PPT, codes. Okay. Once you click on OK, it will show you the drive link. Now, for this person, his team name is Design the Vision. So it will show you the team name. For this team, we have created a folder. Now it will take you to that folder where you have to dump your files for, upload your files for this. Okay, final PPT, screenshots, codes. I hope it is clear to each one of you now. So now let us hand over, I am just now giving over to Jyoti ma'am for today's session.
I don't know.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to ask that will a weather app be accepted as the final project?
Yes, it will be accepted. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. So over to you, Jyoti ma'am. Thank you so much, everyone, for patiently listening. I hope now the doubts are clear. 28th July is the last date. So please ensure you're working hard on your project. And thank you so much. Enjoy today's session. And over to you, Jyoti ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you so much, team. And I'm so sorry for there was some network issue at my end. Okay, so let me share my screen. Just a
I
second.
don't know about my team.
Ma'am, just a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah. Everyone, we will share everything else later on. Please focus on the session. It would be also respecting the speaker and learning from their experience. So please pay attention and focus on the. We won't be answering any question related to your programs for now. So please focus on today's session. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. So, hello everyone. Thank you, students, for joining today's session. I'm very grateful that I'm here to give some of my experience and knowledge to you people, going to pass on my learnings, which I have learned so far. Sorry.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So
Ma'am, you are on mute by mistake. I think I just muted all the participants. Sorry. Yeah.
okay, so that's okay.
Please go ahead.
So
Yeah.
okay. So I'm Jyoti Thakur. I'm working with IBM as an associate design director. I have been working with IBM for more than 7 years. I come with the experience of 15 years plus, that is core into user experience and research. So I hope as you are in the IT field, you must be aware about the user experience and research, how important it is to be taken care as a part of any project, right? So that's my core skill. What I do as a professional is I provide a solution. So design is a problem solving process. And in my tenure as a UX researcher, as a designer, as a usability, analyst, I have played different roles. So as a visual design as well. So along with all this experience, what I have learned so far, I have tried to incorporate in my different projects. Design thinking workshop is something which is, making noise from last, you can say, a decade, and it has been very successful as a adoption of a process for quite long. Just a second.
Yeah. Ma'am, are you on mute? Yes, students, just wait for a few minutes. There might be internet issue. Yeah. Am I audible to each one of you?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thanks, Uzma. Yeah, ma'am will be back in a few minutes. So we'll just wait for her. Till then, I hope all of you have started working on the project. How many of you have started working on the project? Can I just see in the chat box? Front end, web development, data analytics. Why don't you type your topics that you are working on in the chat box till the time we wait for ma'am to join in? Oh, there are amazing topics I can see here. Okay. Aniket, Spotify clone, nice. Diabetes prediction web app. Trending videos on YouTube, cancer detection. Dyneverse developer tool, very nice. I can see all the techies here, nice. Recipe website, fake news detection app, okay. Hair studio, wow, amazing. Okay. How many of you are excited about the presentation that you are going to show to the judges after 28th of July? Okay. All right. Analysis of unemployment rate in India after COVID. That's an interesting topic. Fraud detection. All right. Project disease prediction. Okay. Flipkart data analysis for prediction of mobile ratings. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Amazing. Very good. Okay. All right. Okay. Is there anyone who is like still not sure or, hasn't started their project yet? Anybody? Netflix data analysis using sentiment analysis. Tell us about pitch night. Okay. So for pitch night, we are going to first, you need to submit all your deliverables by 28th of July. Once you are done with submitting your all the deliverables, then from after 28th of July, we will be working on shortlisting which project, which model, which PPT is really good. Once we are done with, shortlisting that and evaluating that, then we will reach out to the ones who are top 8. Top 8 teams will get a chance to present their PPTs. That's it. Yeah. I can see you have all of you have chosen amazing topics. That's really interesting to see. Yeah.
Hey, I am ready. Sorry,
Okay.
Yara, I am really having a network issue at my end.
That's
I don't
okay.
know, somewhere it's getting hang. Okay. I hope now it will not be there. Okay.
That's okay. That's it. Over to you. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
yeah. So I was saying about design is a problem solving process. So in my tenure as a UX designer, as a researcher, as a usability lab uh, analyst, as a service designer, I played a different role for different industries. And as the team has already mentioned about domain knowledge of coming from the very domain knowledge. So at times it helps me to, understand the different users' mindset. And that is very much important when you build a product, because your product is going to be used by the end user. And this is where you have to understand the user's psychology. So this is where the design thinking is helpful. Now, let me ask you, what do you understand by design thinking? So you can share your, whatever understanding you have in the chat window, and or you can unmute yourself and tell me, what do you understand by design thinking? And has anyone considered in their project using the design thinking
Jyoti ma'am, are you by mistake on mute?
Oh, is it for too long I was on mute, or I was mute right now?
For the last 1 minute, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, okay. So, uh, to the team, okay, to the students, what do you understand by design thinking? Can you put your thought process behind it on the chat window? I want to know, like, okay, representations of our creative imagination. Okay, design thinking is an extension of innovation. Okay, it's a definition you have picked from the Google. Solving problem using designs. Okay, planning what we want to do, right? Thinking in a creative manner. Okay, great. Problem solving using designs. Okay, great. Okay. So, design thinking is, you all are right, but as a defined language, and it is adopted by the industries to make their products successful. Design thinking is part of their, product building life cycle. And as a designer, we can't just design something based on, our creativity, our innovation, that hey, this is something very creative, this is something very new as an idea, and it will be, once we build it in a product, it will be accepted by everyone, because you don't know about your end user, and this is where many products fail. So design thinking help us to understand what your user really needs. Design thinking is a process. It's a unique creative problem solving which has an approach, and it has to be followed with a certain, methods which we follow as in process. It helps us to understand, analyze, extract the data, get the insights of the users, try to, when we do lots of brainstorming, it helps us to understand how and where our data, which is coming from the backend, will help to pull this creative, innovative ideas in a right direction, whether this product will be successful or not. So all these things are part of different methods and covered in the design thinking process. As I said, design thinking is defined in a 5 different stages where you empathize with your user, because your user is the end user who is going to use it, right? You need to define what they are looking for. And here we normally use, as a designer, we normally use the 5 why method, where we ask every time why the user needed it, what they needed, where they need it, when they need it, how they need it, who they need it for. So that's where we define our real problem statement and try to solve it. It's a it's a design concept, and which is, related to problem solving. So here the decision making, creativity, sketching, that plays a very important role. And as I said, it's a framework where all the steps are defined, which will help you to solve the problem. Problems like any kind of a problem. Let's take the example where you will understand why this solution came. I hope the video I'm going to play, you must have seen this a long back, maybe a decade long back. But then let's evaluate why this video was prepared and how it worked. So I'm going to play it. Let me know if you are able to hear voice music or not.
इसका जिसके लिए जाना होता है.
Ma'am, there is no sound.
Okay, well, say no worries. If there is no sound, it's okay.
Ma'am, maybe while sharing on the Zoom,
Is it okay? Fine?
yeah, it's visible, but while sharing, there will be an option in the left side that share audio of your computer. So maybe you can reshare it again. We can check it one more time if it works.
Tell me whether it works or not now. Just a second. Huh? I'm going to play it again.
Okay, sure.
Is it audible now?
No.
Was it audible now?
You have to.
It is
I
now.
think no, ma'am. So maybe we have to stop sharing, and then once you click on share on Zoom, it will give us an option of turning on the sound audio in the left side in a
Okay.
dialog box. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Let me do it again.
Yeah, sure.
No worries. Even though if there is no audio, it's not. There is only music in the background.
Sure.
Okay. So as you can see this video, it was circulated long back, and it's one of the initiative which was taken by
Ma'am, I
Voxwork.
have one question.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how I know that in which team I am intern, in which team I have?
I guess you can ask this question later. I mean, maybe after the session when
Ma'am,
we have a Q&A.
can I ask?
We will
Student,
take all
we will,
program.
yeah.
Yeah, please
We'll-
go ahead, Uzma. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
student, we will resolve all your queries in the end. Please focus on the presentation right now. Please focus on the masterclass. Thank you.
Okay, so as you can see, this was an initiative taken by Volkswagen long back. This video was circulated, and people must have enjoyed watching this video. So the idea behind this was that they wanted something as simple as fun, and which is easiest way to change people's behavior for the betterment. So the Fun Factory team set themselves a challenge of getting more people to take the stairs by making it fun to do so. And this is where the stairs were located, which were located near to the escalator, were transformed into working piano. So like with every steps, you a note of playing a piano is you can hear, and that make them enjoy. So this is how collaboratively they came up with the idea ki, hey, why not to work on the aesthetic of how to encourage people to use the stairs instead of the escalator. To name few more, we can say, in today's world or in today's uh, era, these are the latest one as a ideas which are adopted by the different industries, where design thinking is all about delivering a great experience to the users. So did you ever thought a driverless car long back when we used to have a simple taxi, where we used to book a taxi by making a call to the to our gali nukkad wala person, asking that, hey, I want a taxi for the tomorrow's, for 8 hours or 12 hours. But Uber came and this experience was a lift. Then now we are going to have our driverless car, which are already in success mode and adopted by many industries. In the same way, virtual reality. It's something like which is nowadays used in all the games. We never thought that we will be part of that life, which we have just dreamed about. Virtual reality is something like, nowadays used even at, you want to feel that experience of adventure or something like that, which you can't go and have the experience, but you sitting at the home, you can have the virtual reality experience by wearing those glasses and all. So you see, there is a step ahead. The thought process of need, based on the user need, the thought process has worked on it. The mindsets have created a technology incorporated with the user's need and shifted to the next level. We used to have a simple radio long back, but now today, Alexa has taken the space of that radio. You just need to pass a voice command and it play any music for you. It brings any music from any damn place. And this is how the technology is enhancing day to day our life. And you can say there is so much of change taking place on a daily basis. I can say on a daily, at every single second, something is happening. This is how the era is changing. So how it is happening? Where we are considering like what to make change, for whom to make change. This is all is happening with, users are asking for it. The expectations are high nowadays. The technology has taken the place of, the robots are going to take the place of our helpers. The Gen AI is going to take the place of many analysts, consultants at offices. So this is how the technology is growing, and it's an experience which you are going to have enhanced. Things are available in the market, but now the user needs the experience. They want to feel it. They want to have that charm to have it. And this is where the experience is going to incline the user to go for it. We can go from, A point to B point through a simple four-wheeler vehicle. But at the same time, to feel that experience, you need a comfort. You need a sunroof car to feel that experience, to enjoy that moment. Earlier, there was a simple dashboard in our cars, but now we have an inbuilt digital screen to watch those videos, to play the music, to play the videos at the same time. So this is all the experience we are enhancing. I'm sure you must be having ice creams in the summer, right? Now, if I say I'm going to have this ice cream on a daily basis, it's fine to have it. But at the same time, if I'm going to have this kind of the experience and it's going to, give me the memorizing experience of having it with my friends, it's going to stay back in my mind. So here what we are giving is the experience and not just the ice cream. So this is how we have shifted from one level to another. You can definitely get such kind of ice cream easily at any ice cream parlors, but to have such kind of the experience of, the different colors, the flavors, the look and feel, you will definitely go to a ice cream parlor which is very known. So how here the experience is building. You will love this experience. Or to, I'm going to play another video. I'm not sure whether you will be able to hear the music or not, but let's see. Amazing experience, right? So this is an amazing experience, right? We all love good and memorable experience. And this is how that ice cream parlor has taken place. Kids enjoy that. But at some level, the designs are still given a low priority. Long back, again, I'm going to give you another example. Long back, when we used to wear the wristwatch, it was having just a simple dial with 2 seconds and hours and minutes hand and a simple belt dialed watch. But with the user needs, we have landed with today's watch, which has all the features. Because now we are looking for a gadget which help us to improve our lifestyle, where even the different gadgets are building all this, considering all these pointers from the users and trying to integrate in the one single watch. And this is how the technology is helping us to uplift. So let's start with the design thinking approach and try to understand how it works. So I'm sure you must be having a small paper and a pen. Can you draw a alarm clock for me quickly? Let's take a 1 minute break. Just an alarm clock. So students, can you quickly draw a alarm clock for me? And if you can show it on the video, it will be great. If not, it's okay. You can unmute yourself and describe about your alarm clock. I hope you are drawing, right? There is no response. So I understand that you are working on it. Okay, great. So somebody want to unmute and explain what they have drawn? I would love to hear your creativity over here. Okay. Aniket, you have already taken the emoji. It's not going to work. You need to be a creative, you can draw a circle and just two hands. Okay, okay. So I guess you must have tried for that. Now, if I ask you, can you design a better clock for me? Mhm. Can someone unmute and explain like what kind of clock, an alarm clock strike in their mind when they have to, okay, remote clock, okay. I will design an alarm clock with AI enabled feature, which signals all my alarm clock at once, along with my smartphone, so that they are all are at work and with one single set stimuli, okay. Mobile clock. Uh-huh. Okay. So you know what? This is the ice break for our process when we start. This is an ice break when we start design thinking process in any of the design thinking workshop. We ask all the designers or the people who are, part of this workshop just to quickly draw a clock, and then we ask them to, design an advanced alarm clock. So now I'm going to show you. This is how they design it. You can see on the left hand side a simple design alarm clock, and then a better way to design an alarm clock. Now here, this assignment, the sketches are done by the school students. So I was having a session with few school students, and they were asked to design the same, and this is how they came up. So now when we ask them to experience about how enhancement they would like to have it, sprinkles, right? So this is something someone said कि मेरी मम्मा तो आके मुंह पे पानी डालती है तब मैं उठता हूँ. So sprinkle is something like that. Then someone said कि unless and until I don't hear my mother's shout, I don't get up. So, now you are trying to integrate those small insights. Those small insights in our product design. And this is how you are building the experience. I hope you are getting me, right? If you're getting me, please write yes. If not, say no, so that I can try to make it more easier for you. You know what? I'm trying to give you very simple examples. Normally, I take these examples for the students, school students, because this is the more easier the presentation is, it will be easy for you to grab it and understand. If I'm going to take the difficult examples of high technology, you won't be able to understand. But I hope you understand the simple product and the enhanced product and what is the value it is adding. So I'm going to play another video for you. It's okay if there is no voice, just go through it and see this how the design thinking process is done. So that video, it's good that there is no voice. At the end of the session, I'm going to play this video again, and this will clear all your concepts. Once I'm going to give you many other examples, this will help you to, join those dots. So as I explained this earlier also about the empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test. So now let me elaborate more about it, what it is. So design thinking specifically focuses on the human-centered side of creative problem solving, right? That's what I told you. It really helps you think, from the creative perspective, and it helps you to analyze, evaluate, and then solve the problem. So empathize is something like as a first step in our process, where we, empathize with our users. It is a skill that allows us to understand and share the same feeling which the users have. So in short, it is something like you have to keep yourself in the shoes of the end user. End user can be your customer, your product users, or anyone, right? I'm not talking about the stakeholders or the product, manager, because they are not your end user. You need to consider your end user, the end person who is going to use it. Define. So during the define stage, you will put all together the information you have, created and gathered during the empathize stage, which is like kind of a research. This is where you will analyze your observations and synthesize with them in order to define the core problems. So in my other slides, I'm going to give you a walkthrough of a real problem statement. This will help you to again understand. Ideate is something like when you really understand the user's need, when you really understand how they are going to use it, then you start looking for the kind of a solution which is in the ideate form. So during this stage in the design thinking process, designers are ready to start with the ideas which they have gathered so far. Prototype is something like a paper wireframe, which we quickly do it on the paper, and then you do a small usability testing with the users. Usability testing is something like whether it is really usable, whether user is able to find it, is he able to click on it and move to the next screen. So this is where the prototype helps us to understand the usability of it. And once you look for the prototype, you convert it into high fidelity, which is you convert it into wireframe, digital wireframe, and then you start putting the content over there. So test is something, the testing, which is the final. Once you have ready-made prototype, you have created the visual design and everything, and it has been handed over to the developer. Developer has integrated with the code, with the data, whatever they have been working with, the APIs, the application, CBL, whatever. So they will, once they integrate and it is in the working form, the QA team start doing the testing. So this is how this process is done. Now, again, I'm going to take a very small example here to make you understand how this process is followed. So let's take the example of, which is very common nowadays, about, how we can increase the playtime for the children's and reduce their screen time. This is a problem which normally every house, where the kids are there, this is a very generic problem which is going on. So just to evaluate on this, we quickly, I have quickly created a persona. So I hope you people are aware about persona. If not, persona is a kind of an actor who is going here, who is going to use your product. Now your actor is not just the kid. Okay, your actor is parents, teachers, kid, the student or the kid. Okay, now you have to consider this three actors. The reason is because that the three actors perception is different. The kid wants to play and enjoy, have fun. Okay, parents are worried about their kids career, their health and everything. Teachers are worried about their students, their education level, their career build and all. So now you're considering three different persons perspective, that the three different mindset. And as a fourth person, where you are the person who is going to build the solution. You're not a persona, but you are going to build a solution targeting these three different actors. So here, if you Google it, you can also find the template for the persona. So when you are in the starting of our session, when I was not able to start my session, I think someone from the team asked, CSR team asked that what are projects you are going to, present in your in your submission. So I heard about many good topics and all, but I'm not sure how much in depth you have gone and thought about it. So if you're when you are designing something, if you have a valid justification for what you are building, it helps to understand the opposite person, why you have built so, and how it's going to help to solve the solution. Now, this is where, as I said in my previous problem statement, so this is the problem statement. Consider this is your assignment, okay? You're working on, someone said about the, I think someone said about the e-commerce, if I'm not wrong. So it's, for example, if I'm building up a product for an e-commerce product, so now here I'm going to build the persona for my end user. If it's a platform like Amazon, then the seller is also going to be there. So my one of the persona is seller. The another persona is the admin, the person who is going to build the backend. Okay. And my fourth persona can be targeting either tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. So the first one user I'm targeting for my tier 1, which is the metro cities. Now for the another persona, because we need to understand that the two different people coming from the two different places have a different mindset and a different technology knowledge. So how efficient they are to use our product. Like person coming from the tier 3 might be having a small, hand mobile. At some level, they only have a small touch screen, and it is not even possible for them to tap and place the order. They have many other constraints, like they don't have the credit cards and all. They can't understand the English language. So when you build a product, you need to consider not just your user, but you need to go in depth that which different kind of users are there. I hope you are able to understand. Okay. So here quickly, I'm coming back to my presentation. Here I have quickly created a persona for a student who is a Kapil Dev. For example, his hobbies I have captured. These are some of the parameters which you can capture. This kind of the parameters, or what attributes you need to capture for your persona can be available on the Google also, or even once you do brainstorming, it will come directly. But there are 4 to 5 basic attributes which are required, which is the name, then the hobbies, because here it will help to map their solution you are trying to give. Those hobbies can be converted as a solution. Their frustration level is something which you can consider and avoid it to build in your product. Their goals and needs, these are the again very important. Goals is something like what they are looking for, what is their goal to achieve, and need is something which is must to have it. So based on this, once you start putting up, it will help you to design the persona. Then you need to create an empathy map. Empathy map is something like you have to divide it into each square where say is there. Now here your actor, like we are talking about the student Kapil Dev, the kid. Okay, so he says like, parents don't allow me to go to the park because of the COVID situation. So what he does, I play games on my desktop. What he does is the action. Now thinking, why COVID-19 killed my freedom? This is what he's thinking of, right? Feel is something like he's lethargic. I'm feeling lethargic to go out. I don't want to go out. I'm frustrated. I want to be at my home. So these are the kind of the things. Once you start understanding your user, it will help you to get this insights and put it in the empathy map. This will again help you to justify what product you are building and why you are building. From here, you will try to map it. I'm going to present another example that will help you to understand. Just go through this slide, it will help you to understand. Then comes our ideation. So ideation is something like we understood our users, we understood the empathy map, what are their feelings, what they are looking for, right? Now here, what we do is the ideation. Ideation is the quick, thought process, like how we can build a solution for them, like teach them old games like Coco, which will involve them, their, health activity, encourage them to learn new language, which will help them to build their knowledge for the other countries and stuff. Help them in creativity and drawing. Drawing is something which can be helpful even later, like even in their 10th standard, in their boards, it helps them to sketch those diagrams. So drawing is nothing, it's not going to, wastage of time. It is something going to build their knowledge. So help them to design a timetable in a way that it is easy for them to do on a daily activity. So this way we have done the brainstorming and this ideas came out. So basic 3 to 4 steps if you follow. Again, I'm coming back: persona, empathy map, which is this one, and then you create the ideation. So these are the 3 steps if you follow, and then you build a product. It helps you to justify why you have done. I'm going to give you a small example over here. So in the Pacific Northwest, which is a utility company, they were facing this issue of, heavy snowfall. And because of that, their power supply cables gets break down. And due to heavy snowfall, those cables break down. So they were having a brainstorming. Like as I said, for the ideation, we do lots of brainstorming. So during brainstorming, someone said, hey, there are polar bears. If we can train them to shake those poles, then we can get rid of those snow. So someone said, how can we train them? Then someone came up with the idea, polar bears, bear loves honey. So why not to put a pot of honey on those poles, and whenever they want to have that honey, they will shake the pole, and the honey will fall, and that way even the snow will fall. So then someone said, if we can have a helicopter, which can fly at the lower altitude, that will wash away the snow which is stuck on the cables. So this way, with one after one ideas, they landed with the solution of finally with the helicopter. And this idea came from those pole bear. So once you start building an idea, you always build it on top of it. It's something like a Lego. आप एक के ऊपर एक build करते जाते हो, and then you come up with a very creative idea. So quickly, I'm going to play this video for you. So it's not adopted in India, but at least in abroad, design thinking is adopted in all the schools, and teachers are integrating this design thinking workshops or the sessions in their classes. So this is one of the examples where school has adopted design thinking and how the kids have came up with a solution. Let me share my screen again. I hope that time you will be able to hear the voice. Is it audible now? Hello? Is it? Achha, it's not audible?
No, it's not.
Oh, look at the
Now?
water. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at the
Is it audible now?
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds.
Okay.
water.
Because they've been exposed to design thinking at such an early age, that creativity has just blossomed. They can really think outside the box, and they really feel that there is not a problem out there that they cannot devise a solution for.
Do you want to drink that? No. See what you can do to redesign it. At Design 39 campus, we want our students to be working on real world work in real world ways. Design thinking is an innovative approach to problem solving, and it's a step-by-step process designing for a specific purpose or person. Because it's World Water Day, today's design challenge is creating a water filtration system using natural resources. In design thinking, the first thing you have to do is empathize. If you don't do that, you won't be able to make the right thing for the person. This morning, we watched a few videos to see how other people get water. It was about a girl that had to walk 4 miles to get water and 4 miles to get back. And her back was aching because of that heavy bucket of water on her head. We just have to get a glass of water from the fridge.
After we showed them the video, we just shared some facts with them. Worldwide, here's how many people don't have access to clean water. In the video, what did you notice around her? Some of the natural resources around her.
Like sticks and plants.
So could she use these items?
Yes. So for the research part, we needed the kids to experience these natural resources. What happens when you pour water through sand? What happens when you pour water through cloths?
Did it get all of the dirt? Oh.
After research, we'll define the problem. A lot of times they need to come up with the definition. What is the problem that we're trying to solve? With this one, we had a problem already defined.
So our problem is people who do not have access to clean water need a way to filter water so they don't get sick from it. What's next?
Brainstorm different ideas. When students are ideating, we talk about rapid ideating. We don't want them to waste too much time kind of working through one idea or adding a lot of details. It's just, what if I made it this way? What if I changed it that way? Oh, so you're saying to like layer some of those materials? Then they go ahead and prototype. This is not your final building. It's like your model. So when it comes to your real one, you know what you're going to build. Walking around to the tables, you hear students starting to combine different ideas. Drawing it first shows how you're going to build it. Now you will connect the pipe right here. And then it has to turn and go on.
So now they have their paper model, it's labeled, so they can go and get the supplies needed and start building it.
We need a clock. The prototyping when they're building it can be sometimes the quickest part. They have it all planned out. They know what they're building. After students prototype, they're excited to jump in and see, how did my prototype work? What number would you say this is for turbidity?
We brought out a turbidity scale, which they would be looking for the clarity of the water, and then a ppm device, which would measure the purity of it.
So even though water might be clear, it still might not be safe to drink. What do you see, Brandon? What number? 985. If it fails, you have to see the problems and make it again.
The final stage in the design process is we'll have them upload into their digital portfolio. Sometimes it's about publishing results that didn't quite work so that others can learn from it.
Publishing could just be sharing out to an audience. What would they change, or what was challenging about the project? How did the group work together?
And you guys took both ideas and made it into one. And how did that make you feel, Emma?
Starting design thinking at a really early age, they'll take more risks. They start learning goal setting, problem solving, perseverance. First attempts don't always work out. It's okay to fail and try again, because then you actually are learning something like, oh, this doesn't work. Let's try this.
7:35.
I think it's good because it's not just thinking about yourself, but thinking about other people. And I think that's very important. So you can see how design thinking is adopted even in the school and how the kids are involved. So it's not too late for us even to integrate in our projects. We can start with that, right? So I'm going to give you now a quick example of a real scenario, okay? This is something which I have done for my project, and it will help you to understand how it works, okay? I'm going to share my screen just a second.
Okay, I hope you can see my screen, right? Okay, so this is one of the case study which I'm going to talk about is again about the grocery. Okay, so I have this problem statement with me where a couple has shifted from one place to another and they both are working and they don't have the time to buy the grocery. So most of the time they end up uh, ordering online their dinner or their lunch, and because of which their monthly saving is impacting. They are spending more. Even the kind of food they are having from outside is they are not happy. It's not healthy. So as you can go through, these are some of the insights which is not captured here, but it's all about that they have moved and they don't have that much of time. But once you start doing the research, it helps you to get more information on it. So here we are defining who the user is, what they want as a solution, how we can make their life easy. So we can quickly design an ecosystem behind it. Just avoid this part for the timing. I'm going to explain you quickly over here. What are the technology they are using? You can think about your product, for your product and for your the product which you have built, who the users are, what kind of those users are using the technology. So you can solve, you can build a solution for those particular products. Maybe Alexa is also there, but that's not the priority for you right now. For you right now is the smartphones and maybe, the website. But you have to consider other technologies also with which they are connected. What are their challenges? Now, this challenges, all this you can get from the users' interviews, from the users' in-depth research. You do it. You start putting up all the challenges, their current solution, how you can do their, what is the current solution they are looking for the timing to solve that problem, which is like, buying some stuff from the Kiryana and all. Their benefits. So both of them are working. So they have a double income. They have a monetary security, eager to pay extra for the healthy living because they both are earning. So once you start understanding your users, this small insights will come, and this small insights are going to help you later for building the solution. Okay. Now the social aspect is something like they are psychological aspects. They are peer pressure for them. There is a, social insecurity and all. So this is how you build an ecosystem for your users. I already talked about the problem statement. Here I'm going to explain about the persona. So I'm talking about this guy who's a 29-year-old. He's an MBA person who has moved recently, who is newly married and recently moved to Delhi. These are the challenges. These are the the motivations for him to bring some energy in his day-to-day life. These are the pain points. You start putting up all this. Take this template of the persona. Start putting all this information. This is the voice. Life in a metro city is tough to manage for daily amenities with the hectic schedule. This is the user voice. When we do interviews with the user, there are some of the users' quotes which we have to consider and start putting in our persona. And these are the voices which are normally adopted by the advertisement companies. So you must have seen अभी recently एक Flipkart का एक ad आया था जो something it was जो आप एडवर्टाइजमेंट में देखते हैं वो आप फ्लिपकार्ट में मिलता है, something like that. Okay, I don't remember properly, but these are the common general language which we use in our day-to-day life. That is captured by the most of the marketing campaigns and used in their products. So the user voice is very important. I have captured it over here for this persona. Then we move to the empathy map. This is again, I showed you for that kid, right? So here I'm capturing about the safe. Hope I will get the exclusive brand. It's so late. Where will I get the groceries? So he's coming so late in the night. He's worried like, where will I get the grocery? So these are the again the uh, kind of insights which you will get from the users once you start interviewing them and you start putting them in the relevant boxes. So empathy map is that as his journey. As his journey is something like what actions you are doing for that particular activity. So like he is planning to buy the grocery, which is his plan. He's preparing a list for all the products which he want to buy for that, for that meals or for that dinner or something like that. And act is something where he's comparing the product physically. So if I want to buy butter, I will compare two different brands butter and I will see their, nutrition value and then I will take a action as buying. So this is what you are observing the user. You are capturing those each small insights and putting them in the template. So template is something like you will get it in the steps: doing, thinking, filling, plan, prepare, act, and you will start putting the observations over here. Now, when we start the design process, what we do is we try to evaluate what we have understood. So here I'm not going through all this thing, but let's quickly go through it. So this is, they have a double income, which is the advantage for this couple. They have a monetary security. Couples are ready to pay extra for their for their expenses, but at the same time they are also facing lack of time. They are having unhealthy eating habits because most of the time they are having fast foods and other stuff which is not homemade. They are having unnecessary credit card bills. They don't have enough good time as in relationship with the friends and family as well. So now when you try to capture the small things also, it's going to help you. How? I'm going to help, I will explain you. So you have captured all this. I'm not going in detail, but this will help you to get the glimpse of it. Now, if you see, coming back to the enhanced experience. So now here what we have done is identifying current problems. So gaps in current relation experience. So it's addressed somewhere here. Again, I'm not going to, just a second. I clicked on the wrong path. So AppMap. So you created the IA for it. Okay. Now you will jump to the mobile wireframes. Okay. So sorry, I think I missed one. Ideation. So here ideation is something where you have captured all different ideas through the brainstorming. So here, once we start doing a brainstorming, we realize that we need an app to order the grocery, which is very common. Everyone is doing so. There is nothing new. How it is helping? It is helping convenient as it saves fuel, time, effort, and parking charges. So this is something insights which we have learned from the users. They don't have to go out. They don't need to spend extra for the fuel. They don't need to spend for the parking charges. But at the same time, they are ready to pay extra for the delivery charges, right? So now if you are considering the delivery charges, which Zomato is playing very smartly, I'm just taking the example of Zomato. There are others, but let's take the example of Zomato. They offer their membership for, X amount for couple of months. Now, at the same time, you are paying a one-time fee, but at the same time, you are enjoying the free delivery. So you see here, you are saving so much fuel, your time, your efforts, your parking charges, and everything. So this is how the companies are taking the benefit, and they learned from the users itself to save this thing. That's how they are solving the solution. Motivating and offer, which can attract the users. Like I'm going to show you later how it is helpful. Variety and availability of certain exclusive and hard to find goods. It's again, okay. So is there any platform to practice design thinking or to enhance our design thinking skill? Yeah, there are many, design thinking videos available on YouTube. Also, IBM also offers a free, your CSR team can guide you, but IBM also offers free badges to earn from doing the design thinking learning. So there you can find it. Even if you want, I can help you by giving some of the URLs to the CSR team. You can connect with the CSR team and they will provide you. So now I'm not going in detail because we are already running we are running short of time. So I hope you learned about, let's not go in depth of the product, but you can understand that how we are helping to justify for each ideation which we have learned. Okay. Then comes our IA, which I'm sure you can do that. So this is where we have created a prototype. Now, this prototype helps to do the usability testing. Also, once you've shared this prototype with your stakeholders who are involved as a product manager, the QA team also are going to see this when you build it and they want to do the testing. They refer the prototype as a reference point that how the screens are going to work. They don't need to go through each use case and understand. You build it in a way that each negative and positive flows are also captured. So this is how once you confirm and you log in, this is how your screen appears. So here you can see all the categories. Here you can track your order. Here you can have your quick navigation. So this is how we have built. Now, in this particular prototype, and which I built around in 2018. So, when I was taking the interview, 2-3 very interesting things came to me. Like, people, the couples who are working, I interviewed one of the couple and they had a maid at their place. So, and she was not educated. She was not educated. So she can hardly write. And but she can speak very well in Hindi and all. She knows what she is looking for. Just a second. Okay, so I was talking about, so they had this maid who was not educated, but at the same time, she knew all the Hindi words about the grocery and all. So what she used to do is, she used to she used to WhatsApp her madam that this is what I'm looking for. So now based on this requirement, what I did is something like, you just either upload your WhatsApp voice file and it will capture and put it in the chat. So now you don't have to again order it. In the same way, even if I speak, like right now we have it in our remote controls, we speak and it will play for you the YouTube movie or anything. In the same way, you just have to use your voiceover and you can place the order. Don't need to type it. So that way you can place the order. In the same way, if okay. So in the same way, normally, whenever if, uncle is going out, this is one of the feedback I received from the couple who are old age. So when the uncle was going out, auntie used to make a list of all the items and uncle used to go through each and then buy the grocery. So to solve that issue, what we do is we just capture the image and then it will convert it into text and you can place the order. See, I know this is already there in many apps, but if you see, this was the solution. It was a long back in 2018. So at that time, no one ever thought, I mean, it was a new idea which was coming up. It was seeding in other applications also. But those ideas, once you start thinking about it, doing lots of brainstorming and ideations and all, this problems can be resolved through your product. Okay. Again, here, when you are, the couple who is not having, enough time to spend with each other, how the marketing is helping here. So as you have already ordered, congratulations, you have crossed a monthly purchase of more than 5,000 rupees and entitled to a free couple movie tickets. So this is how, you are making them engage through your app. So now you're seeding their emotions over here as well. Like one of the issue which was there here. So now let me take you from this, identifying current problems, gaps in current return experience. So address a cart. So there is a return issue which has been resolved here, right? In the same way, I have to again go back. So, through ideation, you can capture lots of information, which we have tried to address, like, fresh ideas for an enhanced experience, order time between 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then you can get a free delivery. You can find it. So this is something like a touch point, which I have tried to give it at the prototype level. So this is one of the example which I have tried to solve the product solution through design thinking approach. I think, yeah, this is the one of the example I wanted to show you. Coming back to our presentation. Now I'm going to play back again, same video, which there was no voice and I could not play it. Just a second. I hope you can see my screen, right?
Design strategy is about thinking differently, putting yourself in your customer's shoes to design solutions that not only fit their needs, but delight them by empathizing through observing people in real life scenarios like shopping, or through open-ended interviews to uncover what people do rather than what they want. Because if you ask people what they want, they don't necessarily know. By immersing yourself in your customer's world, you can understand their needs, gains, and pains. How? 1. Empathize. Immerse yourself in your customer's world. 2. Define the non-obvious insights. 3. Ideate. Brainstorm solutions. 4. Prototype. Build an MVP, minimum viable product, of ideas in the shortest possible time. Then take those prototypes back to your customers and ask what they think. Design strategy starts with the customer, then offers the solution, not the other way around. For example, an Australian design strategy starts with a suitable period. Customers wanted to feel more connected with the suppliers of their produce, an in-store experience they couldn't find elsewhere. One of the winning ideas was an in-store milk dispenser with old-style glass milk bottles. Customers fill the bottles with single origin high-quality milk. They can see details of the cows and farms that produced it, with assurance the suppliers receive a better price. This experience delights customers and is very successful across stores. If we had asked what customers wanted, they probably have said cheaper produce. But by empathizing, living, and observing, we developed an idea that not only excites customers, but gives the store a unique edge by connecting with customers' hearts and minds.
So this is what I wanted to share with you. And just before ending this session, I would like to share one of the last video, which will help you to understand why usability is important for any of the product which you build.
Today, we're going to test various features on different smartphones. Okay, so gentlemen, what I'd like you to do is you each have a phone in front of you. I'd like you to pick up your phones. Have any of you used these models of cell phone before? Have you ever used this model of cell phone, Dale?
I've used a cell phone with my daughters or somewhere at their house, but not at home.
Okay.
Yeah, I talked to my wife, I'm stuck on the freeway.
Okay, guys, I want you to take out your cameras now on your phones and point them at me. As if you're going to take a picture. Oh. Okay. Everyone should see me inside of their camera screen.
But I see your back. I don't see your face. I see this reflection in the mirror.
You may want to lift the camera up a little bit. You've found the camera mode.
Yes.
Now you have to find my face.
What do you push on this thing?
Did everyone figure out where the picture taking button is?
Is this supposed to be like that?
Oh, the weather. Temperature has not changed.
I don't know, it disappeared again.
Everyone's ready to take a picture of me now. Okay, as soon as I smile, take a picture of me, okay? Ready? Who got the picture of me? Did anyone get that? You typed the word leg. Let me see. That's pretty good.
Smiling, I keep picture.
What do you think, Ben? Do you think Ed's smarter than you?
You see that guy over there? What's wrong with him there?
So guys, thank you so much. I have this much, I have this many slides to share with you. If you have any question, you can ask me. I can help you to understand. I hope this session is helpful, and even if not, please go through the YouTube videos. It will help you. I tried my best to make it very, very simple and easy, not using the, technology, the technical jargons and all.
Students, if you have any questions, please write it in the chat box or unmute yourself and ask. So I think they don't have any questions as such. I would like to thank you, ma'am, for taking a masterclass on design thinking. Through your guidance, we gained valuable knowledge and skills that will shape our careers. On behalf of all the participants, we extend our heartfelt appreciation to our esteemed speaker. Your masterclass was a transformative, equipping us with the skills needed to succeed. Thank you for sharing your expertise and passion. Your dedication to our growth is deeply appreciated. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and efforts. Wishing you continued success, and we hope to learn from you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, CSR team, and thank you so much, students. I hope I'm able to clear your doubts. If you need any kind of guidance, you can connect me through LinkedIn also. I will try my best to help you out. Cool. Thank you.
Sure. Ma'am, you can also share the PDF with us so that we can share it with the students.
I will share the URL. The
Sure.
PDF, which PDF you are talking about?
The presentation.
So this presentation, sure, I can share it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Students, we will be sharing the link of the final submission with you today after the session. We will also be sharing the attendance link. So make sure that after this session, you all fill the attendance form. If you have any other doubt related to the program, you can please write it in the chat box. As we have discussed in the beginning, the last date of submission is 28th of July, where you have to submit your final submission project, which will have your final PPT, screenshot of your working website, and a set of codes that you have to upload. We will be sharing a link with you after this session where you have to start uploading your final submission. The last date to submit all your submission is 28th of July. For pitch night, all those students who are from data analytics, they will have their pitch night on 10th of August, and all the students who are from front end web development, they will have their pitch night on 11th of August. Only the shortlisted candidates will be given an opportunity to present their talent. We will be sharing the attendance sheet with you in the WhatsApp group. So you can leave the meeting now. Thank you all for joining.